What can you see in our night sky with a $28 telescope? In today's video, I'm going to be pointing my latest AliExpress purchase towards the Moon, Saturn and the Pleiades to see if one of the cheapest telescopes on the planet is worth the investment or just a piece of junk. Let's find out. I'm a telescope man and this is Astronomical. So this is the latest Celestron Cometron telescope. As you can tell from the packaging and included items, it looks like the real deal. It comes with a sturdy tripod, a 60mm mirror, and perhaps most impressive of all, a built-in adjustable phone holder. Now this is something that I'm yet to see on any other telescope model before this. You normally have to pay a bit more money to buy an accessory that allows you to do this. So at $28.50 I was willing to take the gamble. The advertising images seem to be truthful enough and were actually surprisingly bang on in terms of the example images you would expect to achieve. None of these unrealistic expectations where the company uses images taken by Hubble or computer generated shots that just simply aren't achievable here on Earth. At this price, I'm not expecting to see anything too far-fetched, but at least get a taste of the stargazing experience. Inside the box there was a very sturdy tripod, the telescope and several manuals. The default eyepiece is a 10mm, which can be unscrewed and loosened to vary the focus achieved. The telescope simply screws onto the tripod and you're ready to start exploring the cosmos. Given that tonight was an almost full moon, it makes sense to start things off by pointing the scope at the easiest and most straightforward target in our night sky. I was struggling a fair bit trying to find the moon in my field of view, and this wasn't helped at all by a certain orange Dumbo shaking the telescope with his immense presence. Apparently, Toulouse was also keen to have a view of the moon. Here's how it looked as seen by my Samsung S24 Ultra smartphone. This phone comes with 4 different lenses, which is actually kind of inconvenient since it means that I had to adjust the smartphone's positioning every time I transitioned between magnification levels. Obviously, it was easiest to find a target at 1x zoom, but then to image it, I was looking to use 3 or 5x zoom. These phones have kind of become synonymous with being able to take pictures of the moon over the last few years without the aid of a telescope. Just the phone by itself can zoom in enough to take views like this. And I am delighted to say that with this cheap telescope, those views improve significantly. My favourite time to observe the moon is around 50% illumination. This is when you get to see a lot of contrast and some huge shadows being cast across its many large craters. Nevertheless, the views it delivered were very fitting of its price. Now, however, the question was, can it image the gem of our solar system, Saturn, and capture its magnificent rings? Well, after spending 10 minutes trying to find out, only to repeatedly find what I thought was the same star over and over again, I realised that this was the best view I was going to achieve of the gas giant. It is practically impossible to make out its rings, and yet to the naked eye through the telescope, I could have sworn I could just about see them. Okay, so disappointing when it comes to Saturn, but what about everyone's favourite open star cluster? The Seven Sisters. Could this telescope reveal that there are in fact more than 7 stars that make up the Pleiades star cluster? Well, as it turns out, yes, just about. I was trying desperately to take a long exposure image of the star cluster in the hopes of revealing a little bit of the hidden dust clouds that envelop these stars, but unfortunately it was impossible to do so without the trailing of stars caused by the rotation of our planet. I actually think that this problem could be solved by the £69 TC Nano Star Tracker I just bought. I'll be posting another video about this to this channel very soon, so stay tuned. But the important factor here is that the female screw mount of the telescope works really well with the Nano TC tracker, and it's more than light enough to track smoothly. This could potentially be a very tidy astrophotography setup for less than £100, so maybe I'll give this a shot in the future and make a video about it. Let me know if you'd be interested in seeing that in the comments down below. Also, let me know what you thought of the Celestron Cometron 60, how much would you value it at? To be completely honest about the pricing, I did in fact pay $28.50 for the scope, but there was a $13.80 shipping charge for it to arrive from China, so certainly something to be aware of depending on how super strict your own budget is. I've attached a link to the telescopes and the mount in the description down below. Thank you very much for watching and make sure you are subscribed for future videos. I'm the Telescope Man and this was Astronomical.